No, no, don't do that. Don't give me the pouty bat face.
Hi guys, welcome along. This is Rival Kingdoms. You're watching Mickus, and today we have a very special treat as we have this week's Kingdom event, as we will go into more detail in how to get points and win points very shortly. But first, let's go to the news feed and have a look at all the different changes. So first of all, let's have a look at the content update. Now there is today's content update, including new crafting recipes. The full moon nectar is now available in crafting. This one will be finishing on the 31st of July, so next month, and this is for ascending gel all the way to legendary. However, it does cost 500 crystals, and I know that crystals are not easy to get, especially with Darkforge being a crystal costing ancient. So it would be nice for Space 8 to be able to drop some more crystals in events, but I mean, this event only gives about 40 or 30 crystals. It's really poor, the amount that we're getting. It seems that they just want people to buy crystals with the money, and it's not really a great way to look after your players. So hopefully they add more crystals in future events and this legendary material comes back out, because I've got 100 runes and they are completely useless because there's just not enough crystals. So yeah, runes mean nothing to me right now because, well, there's not enough crystals. So anyway, it will cost, basically for a legendary gel, will cost 500 crystals, 100 runes, and 6 million gold, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. Now, another thing is Lyris has been changed. After the event, after the Lyris event, we saw a skyrocket of win rates and pick rates of Lyris. There are 55 ancients. I'm not sure about 55 ancients in the game right now. In total, yes, but I think it's 49. There has been some that hasn't been released. We'll have a look at that in just a moment. But yeah, the whole idea is to change around and trying to add more use for other ancients. The current balance, this has already changed. This changed yesterday. I did notice the big change as the level 50 Lyris has changed as well. But a current, well, before the update, it was for the third spell, it was damaging at 160. This is at basic level, I'm assuming. I've got the stats. I'll put them up on the screen right now, and you can see the difference between the two. But pretty much they did get a huge nerf. I think it's about, for me, it's over 100 in the continuation, and about 50 in the splash. So it was quite a big nerf. There's no way for me to beat Stronghold 16s, even if their bases are terrible now with Lyris. So it was a big nerf, and kind of not happy. Now looking at Yukika. Yukika is the ancient of the event. She will give you bonus points, but I will go through that in just a moment. The Blizzard spell is awesome, which allows for healing your troops and having Wandering Souls available for your harvest. We want this to be an important part of the spell, so we are upping the duration time it is applied while limiting the damage stacking. So that's kind of interesting. Currently, before the update, Yukika's Blizzard creates a thick blizzard over time that deals a certain amount of damage for 15 seconds, and now it deals it for 45 seconds. However, the damage is much less. Okay, looking at, there is a player survey you can check out in your free time. That is in the newsfeed, so yeah, have your say about your opinion on which ancients and dragons you find useful, and any other information. I lie here in sorrow, cold upon the snow. The skies bite hard with wind above, my soul fades out below. I close my eyes, I close my eyes. The wings of ice, they lift me up. I close my eyes, I close my eyes. Today is not the day I die. That day will never be. The wings of ice have let me go. My death has set me free. I close my eyes, I close my eyes. The storm is mine, and you are too. I close my eyes, I close my eyes. Okay, so if you're wondering what that all means, check out the link at the end of the video. I'll put it in the previous video, which was all about the Yukika storyline, and that will sort of make a bit more sense, because it's all about the way that she's feeling. So, also there is an ice dragon on the screen right now. We're going to just flick over to all the information right now as we switch and have a look as the prizes go down. Now this is a leaderboard event. Let me just find the information and we'll go through it all together. Okay, so this is a leaderboard event. The Yukika Ice Saga continues this week, and with the Frozen Soul coming to Astara, this item will allow you to take Yukika to her full potential of Legendary. Now I'm kind of interested to see if they release something like a Platinum or something more higher when Stronghold 17 comes, because it seems a lot of the legendaries are a little bit they're not as strong against Stronghold 16.5s, and if you're adding an extra defense level to a 16.5, it might find that the Ancients are not doing what they're supposed to do. So it'll be quite interesting to see if they bring out a level 70, but I know there's been a lot of complaints about Lyris being nerfed, and I wouldn't be surprised if Yukika gets nerfed, because she is quite powerful right now. But let's have a look. So Kuraokami is the dragon in the Frozen... I forgot the name of the Frozen Storm campaign. You would have noticed during the week we got some gold from Space Ape for free. That wasn't actually for free, that was only if you passed the first two parts of the campaign. Let me just switch over to the campaign. Sleeping Snow was the campaign. You will notice that I have 347,000 still available there, but I beat it, and this one was 336. As compensation, in your inventory you'll have just there 337,000 and 389,000 gold. So that was a compensation. So let's go over and have a look at this news feed, and I'll scroll down the prizes and let's go through all the information. Okay, so we're going to start off with this event starts on Friday the 24th of June 2016 at 11 AM UTC time, also known as the English or British Greenwich time, and it will finish on Monday at the exact same time, Monday being the 27th of June. Okay, this is a Kingdom event and you must be a Stronghold 6 or higher to participate. And this is to prevent any form of cheating. Right at the start of the game you get bonus battle stones for free, and once you get to Stronghold 6, if you start a new account, it's not possible unless you spend a lot of diamonds to quickly upgrade your Stronghold to level 6. So that's the reason why they do it. There was a lot of cheating in the past, and that's the reason why. Okay, so the event value, or the currency, is called Perfect Snowflakes. We're going to call them Snowflakes today, just so that everything runs a bit quicker. And in the arena, you will receive 10 for a win. In the player versus player, you'll receive 6, just like last week. And instead of Burner and Zilla, instead, as I said, we will have Yukika as the Ancient, who gets extra... provides extra snowflakes. So you'll get 4 snowflakes for using Yukika as your Ancient. Any other Ancient you will not. Now looking at the booster values, for an ice elemental, you will receive 14 points or 14 snowflakes for a superior, 16 for a rare, 20 for an epic, and 40 for legendary. Now these may change, by the way. This is not necessarily the end result. For shatter, if you have any shatter, they will be 14 snowflakes, which is very strange because they are a legendary boost. For cold blood, you will receive 10, and that is also very strange because cold blood is one of the most useful out of all. I save my cold bloods for kingdom raids only, so I probably won't be using them. But I would have liked to have seen more points for the cold blood. So a little bit disappointing. If you agree, send Space Ape a message through the survey, or you can contact support. And yeah. Now the other one is Frost Infusion. Of course, it's all ice this weekend, so Frost Infusion will also score you an extra 10 snowflakes. Now, as I said, it's very strange because you can craft the ice elementals in your alchemy workshop, but you can't. You can only do, I think it's 10 cold bloods. You can't craft any shatters, and yet they have less points they give you than the elementals. So very strange, but yeah, you can craft the epic in your workshop. Okay, so moving on to the prizes. So the prizes start off at 1,000 snowflakes, and do note that this is a kingdom event. It is a leaderboard, so your kingdom needs to work together in order to get the prizes. So at 1,000 snowflakes, you'll receive 100,000 gold. And at 5,000 snowflakes, you'll receive 10 crystals. Moving on, at 15,000 snowflakes, you'll receive 10 mithril shards. 21,000 snowflakes will give you 1,000,000 gold, which is pretty good as far as gold is concerned. 22,000 snowflakes, you'll receive 5,000 ice primus. At 24,000 snowflakes, you'll receive 20 more mithril shards. Don't know what I'm going to do with them. 20 crystals at 28,000 snowflakes, and at 36,000 snowflakes you'll receive 10,000 ice primus. Moving on, you'll receive 30 mithril shards at 47,000 ice primus. At 47,000 snowflakes. At 60,000 snowflakes you'll receive a cursed box. A sparkling box will be at 63,000. 66,000 snowflakes, a glacial strong box, a toxic at 69,000, and of course an inferno at 72,000. Now let me just quickly go through those boxes and what they will have inside of them. So all the boxes will contain ancients and previous ascension materials you have missed out on. So for example, you might be able to get the Zilla's one in the toxic one, the Jalek one, for me, for example, the Jalek one in the sparkling. You might get a Valora one in the death. You might get Foreviel's or Baymore's ascension tool, the Chris, in the glacial. And of course you might get gel in the fire, for example. So you've got the toxic is for death, inferno is for fire, glacial is ice, sparkling is the lightning, and toxic is for nature. So just to let you know. Moving on to the two biggest prizes, you'll get one mithril, which is at 75,000 snowflakes, and at 80,000 snowflakes you'll receive the captured mist. Now this will ascend Yukika to either epic or rare, depending on what you got her at last week. Do note that if you are going for the leaderboard, you'll need at least one more in order to win, to make her legendary. So let's move on to the leaderboard prizes. Okay, so moving on to the Kingdom leaderboard prizes. Okay, so for the top 5 places, they will receive a gold statue chest, a frozen soul legendary item, Kuraokami, who is the ice dragon, and the times will vary. And the difference between first place and second through to fifth is that you'll receive Kuraokami for 1 extra week, so 21 days versus 14 days, and also your kingdom name will become blue. So moving on to 6th place through to 20th, instead of the color change and a 14 or 21 day Kuraokami, you'll only receive him for 1 week, so 7 days, but you'll also receive the Frozen Soul, and instead of a gold chest, you will receive 2 silver statue chests. Moving on from 21 through to 60, you'll receive 3 days with Kuraokami as your bonus trip, Frozen Soul, and also the silver statue chest. Now just double checking because I'm reading this information elsewhere. Okay, and then for the top 61st through to 120th place, you will receive the Frozen Soul and 2 bronze statue chests. And for 121 through to 320, you'll receive just 2 bronze statue chests. So the top 120 will receive the Ascension tool in order to make sure that Yukika becomes a legendary ancient. Now, just a note on Kuraokami: if you cannot get on 1 day after the event is over, then it will disappear from your inventory. You will have 1 day to activate it after the event is over and the prizes has been given, and if you don't activate it then it will disappear. Also, a note on the Frozen Soul: you must have Yukika at Epic in order to ascend her to Legendary. Now we're going to go and ascend Burner. It was. So I've got the chromatic scale, but I need the dagger to ascend Alondra. This is for Alondra, of course. I don't have any ancients that are at epic status. Unfortunately, it's Alondra. But we're going to go to the snowstorm, and we're going to activate this. Now, do note that when you ascend an ancient, even she's at level 40, and in fact, let's go back. Oh, sorry. Let's have a quick look at Burner at level 40, and then we'll ascend her and we'll see if this works, because I've been told that this all changes. So the Ice Storm is her strongest, 81 to 82 damage for 4 seconds. Cold Snap, so 81 to 82. So 81 to 82, I'm just going to write this one down for 4 seconds, and then the other one is for 5.13 seconds, 45 to 56. Okay, so we're going to ascend her and we're going to see if this changes. I do believe that it will change, so let's go and ascend her and see if ascending an ancient really does the change. So there we go, we've got Legendary Burner. That was one in the previous event. I just bought one box, which sorry, it was a free box. I bought one and it was kind of not good for 2,000 gems. It was kind of ridiculous. So let's go back, have a look at Burner. Where is she? Where is she? There she is. Okay, so the first one was before the Ice Storm was 81 through to 82. It is now 117 to 119. Note, she is level 40. So the ability to upgrade to ascend them will actually improve them, even if the level is the same as before. Now looking at Cold Snap, before it was 45 through to 56 for 5.13 seconds. It is now for 5.24 seconds, and it's for 62 to 78 damage. So it does go up, and I didn't really look at this one so much. I didn't write them down, but I do believe that was like 80 health through to like 86 health or something. So everything has gone up. So Legendary does help if you can. So just excuse Lagatha there for talking. Okay, so we're going to go for a raid. We've got a raider right now. We're going to use maybe Lyris, and we'll see at the differences in Lyris's abilities. Now this is a stronghold 16. This is going to be difficult, but we're going to go for it. I'm going to leave you here. And thanks for watching, guys. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below, share with your friends. If you want to see the Yukika story, hit the button on the right hand side where it says previous video. And if you want to see something similar, I'll put in the link under featured video, so you can check that out. And until next time, thanks for watching wherever you are in the world. Share, comment, subscribe, and have a great day. Cheers.
But I have grown accustomed to the colors that you bring. I check the dial tone.